Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Nestmoji, your ultimate guide for Mario and Zelda games. In The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, the game mechanic of summoning echoes is a new and fun way to play and explore. But some of the 127 echoes don't serve much of a purpose and can be a bit disappointing to use. So let's dive in and look at the 10 most useless echoes in The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. Before we get started, if you'd like to see more exciting game content, subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to be notified when I upload new videos. Starting off our list at number 10 is the Ancient Orb, which can be found in the Eternal Forest later in the game as part of the story gameplay. This giant orb only has one use in one part of the game. While completing the gameplay story, you will have to use this echo in the Eternal Forest to place it on top of specific pedestals, and after that is done, this echo doesn't serve any practical purpose at all. There aren't any other pedestals where it can be used outside of the Eternal Forest, and it cannot be picked up and used as a projectile. Coming in at number 9 is the giant Goponga flower that is found in the swamps in the Faron Wetlands. This giant poisonous swamp flower attacks slowly, isn't particularly strong, and isn't mobile, making it easy for enemies to disperse, especially if there are many enemies on the screen at once. It also takes 4 tri-energy to summon. That means that you can only really use one of them at a time, as well as maybe a lower energy cost echo along with it. And even when Zelda's at a higher level, it still costs 3 tri-energy to summon. And at number 8 is the Snowmall, which is found in the Hebra Mountain area. The Snowmall is a giant, malicious-looking snowman and can be a bit tricky to defeat due to its propensity to launch large snowballs at Zelda, which can get pretty annoying. However, although the Snowmall's attacks can be frustrating, its echo is pretty useless. The Snowmall's lack of mobility make using it in combat a weak option. Also, because they are snowmen, they are very susceptible to fire attacks, and to top it off, it takes 3 tri-energy to summon one Snowmall, which is better spent summoning other more efficient echoes. The echo at number 7 is the Po, which you can find in the Gerudo Sanctum. The Po is a cloaked, floating spirit that looks intimidating, but its attacks and attack pattern really aren't. The Po doesn't attack enemies directly. Instead, it floats around the screen dropping purple flames that only hurt enemies if they run into them. On top of that, the purple fire a summoned Po drops can also hurt Zelda if she runs into it. Number 6 on the list is the Zol, which is found early on in the game at Southern Beach. The Zol is a smallish green slime monster who is easily one of the weakest monsters in the game. It attacks very slowly and doesn't do much damage to enemies. While you can pick up the Zol and use it as a projectile weapon, it still doesn't do very much damage. It would be a better option to use the Rock Echo as a projectile weapon. Alright guys, coming in at number 5 is the Pot, which is found all over Hyrule. It would be almost impossible not to run into a pot during your Hyrule adventure, as they can be found almost everywhere in the game. Summoning a pot is almost useless because there's usually a pot nearby in the event that Zelda might need to summon one. What makes the pot even more useless is that there are different variations of the pot around Hyrule that you can learn as an echo, like the Gerudo pot and the Hyrule Castle pot, and although they look different, they all function the exact same way. And the echo at number 4 on this list is the Stuffed Toy, which is found in the Hyrule Cemetery underground. The Stuffed Toy is a cute-looking teddy bear that only serves one purpose, and it's slightly creepy. It can be used to distract Genie and draw them to it, which is not needed since the Genie don't move very fast and can be defeated easily with other echoes. Other than being used to distract Genie, the Stuffed Toy has very little purpose. Genie are a rare enemy in Echoes of Wisdom, so the occasion arising where you could even use the Stuffed Toy as a distraction for them is not very common. Number 3 is the beetle, which is found north of the Gerudo Desert. The beetle is a small, weak enemy that doesn't do much damage to other enemies and gets destroyed easily. The beetle is even more useless after Zelda learns the beetle Mount Echo, which only costs 2 tri-energy to summon and can spawn an infinite number of beetles. Coming in at number 2 is the sign, which is first found in Southern Prairie. The sign is a wooden placard telling you what is ahead of you and behind you if you place it next to a path. When you place the sign not next to a path, it will show funny sayings like you can use it as a one-hit shield, or it's flammable because it's made out of wood. Go figure. However, it cannot be used as a projectile, and the in-game map is much more useful for navigation purposes. And before we get to number 1 on our list, here are some honorable mentions. And the number 1 most useless echo, in my opinion, in Zelda Echoes of Wisdom are the cat and snake statues found in the Gerudo Sanctum Rift. These 2 statues are part of the riddle of the Gerudo Sanctum dungeon, along with the hawk and elephant statues. To enter the final room of this dungeon, Zelda needs to place the hawk and elephant statues at an altar. The cat and snake statues seem to just be there to throw the player off. You can potentially use them in the fight against the dungeon's boss, Mogriff, but the necessary hawk and elephant statues are just as useful in that battle. Do you agree with my list? Which echoes in Echoes of Wisdom didn't live up to your expectations? Let me know by leaving a comment below. If you're interested in knowing which echo didn't quite make the top spot as the strongest echo, click on the video on the top left of your screen right now. Alright guys, I really hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like on the video and subscribe. Also be sure to check out the playlist on the screen for more exciting Echoes of Wisdom videos.